fight in the community tonight after a Pierce County school told its student athletes to wear monitors during practice. The school says it's to keep kids safe, but some parents say this is going way too far.
And we also got this picture from a student's mom to give you an idea of what it looks like. This is for contact tracing, and they're warned so that if anyone tests positive for COVID, the data will show who that person made close contact with. Now, a letter to families said this would help determine who would need to quarantine if this was a situation. Both vaccinated and unvaccinated students and staff were told to wear it. But despite this explanation, this didn't really sit very well with a lot of Eatonville parents.
I actually appreciate what the school here tried to do to allow our kids the ability to play here. I just think the method was all wrong.
Shalom. Call Loyim Laya Habashim Yahushua Bashim Kakwadash. The devil honors to the elder apostles of the great Muslim who rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopefully elect tabernacle of David, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. If this isn't one big ass prison penitentiary, then I don't know what is. I'm talking about Babylon the Great. Basically you just saw, the report that this local high school in Washington State is requiring students to wear these tracking devices to trace this, the DVAC. My question is, how does this device detect this particular thing that still has yet to have been isolated? And the fact that they've been using a PCR test all this time that cannot differentiate between the DVAC and a flu, which is why the CDC is actually throwing it out come December. That goes to show you that this whole shit is a straight up shill, man. But that's just this devil, causing craft to prosper in his hand. The right hand, his strength is the right hand of falsehood. All right, he deals with deceit, high level deceit, and he's able to facilitate, more of his use of power and manipulation to control the masses of the people. Now, all this is really doing is it's gradually conditioning the masses to be used to being monitored, tracked, and traced, which is another form of control. All right, because ultimately, the system that's being designed is for everybody to be on an international database system where everything about you is going to be tracked and monitored. And that's their whole goal for the New World Order Great Reset. All right, so that's what this is all about. It has nothing to do with public health. All right, 2 Corinthians 2:11, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we're not ignorant of his devices. And we know that this whole world is under the control of the devil. All right, let me get that in 1 John 5 verse 19. And let's read it in the NLT version, because that's what they truly want, man. Total control. All right, 1 John 5 and 19, it says, we know that we are the children of the Most High, and that the world around us is under the control of the evil one. And that evil one being Esau, Edom, starting with the international banker elite families. All right. That's the chief family of the Edomites, the house of Esau, the dukes of Edom. They control the whole world, through the banking system, which in turns control everything else, all these different industries and different corporations. And they're the ones that, put these legislations, through the government into place. All right. To take away more of your rights and your freedoms. All right, Isaiah. Let's go to Isaiah 10 and 1. Isaiah 10 verse 1. And it says, Woe to them that decree unrighteous decrees and that right grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey and that they may rob the fatherless. Now, although this is dealing with, the locals in Washington State, there's a lot of Edomites up there, some Jacob up there, but nevertheless, this devil, he's withdrawing and confiscating everybody's rights all over this whole psyop, and that's only going to push people over the edge, and that's where your sedition is going to come in. You see these parents are out there, making an uproar, making a big fuss. They go into these different school boards, so on and so forth, man. Complaining. All right, voicing their disapproval, and so on and so forth. All right, these different city councils where they coming in and they're just exposing certain things, and it's only going to get worse. Where people are going to be out there, trying to protest, and then it's going to turn into rioting, and then before you know it, Esau's going to clamp down, with his order out of chaos. All right, so that's what's to come, man. Because too many draconian measures is just falling into place. It's only tightening up that squeeze upon the people. You got some people that's down with the New World Order. They don't mind being ruled over, by these tyrannical forces. They're for, they worship the image of the beast. But then you got those that ain't with it. So you're gonna have, sedition among men. You're gonna have the commotions, like it tells you in Luke, the 21st chapter. You're gonna hear rumors of wars and commotions, which is the state of instability. That's all that's going to come from that. But this devil want to track and trace you, on a global scale. These type of devices, this technology is all just the conditioning of the masses to get used to that. Like you're a prisoner. You're a prisoner with a ankle monitor, showing you that we're still in captivity to this very day. Doesn't that say that in Baruch? We are yet this day in our captivity. This is captivity. We're still in prison. But now the whole world, if you're not of the international bankers and the overlords and the super rich, if you're not of that class of people, then you're in prison too. And that's why it says in Psalms, not Psalms, Proverbs. Yeah, Proverbs 29 and verse 2. And it says, when the righteous are on authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. You have these wicked rulers, they don't have any intention on, loosening up on their New World Order grip, so to speak. They're gonna just keep on getting tighter and tighter, man. All right, because these men, they're insatiable when it comes to power, dominance, and control. All right, so that's why the people are mourning, man, because shit is out of pocket, man. And be monitored and traced and tracked. This devil want to be like the Most High, man. He want to know everything. Let me get this in Job, was it 13? And let me read that in the I think it's in the NIV, where it literally uses the word trace. And pretty soon it's all going to be tied in with the social credit system that you got China under currently. where they're being tracked and monitored in their behavior and the things that they do. They're being judged off of their behavior, man. It goes onto their social credit, man. That'll be able to determine, if you're eligible for certain things in society, man. That's straight up prison. That's imprisonment. Job 13:27, it says, "You put my feet in stocks. You examine all my paths. You trace all my footprints." You see? And that's what this devil is doing, man. All right? Gonna try to do with those passports and eventually the charagma, man. Because when you go into the definition, one of the definitions of charagma, when you go to Revelation 13:16, it tells you that it would also serve as a badge of servitude of the anti-Messiah, which is really the beast system. The whole beast system, this whole structure is the beast. That's anti-Messiah. And when you wear his devices, and give him permission, you giving him permission to rule over you as your Lord and Savior. You see? So, that's what it is, man. Getting you conditioned to the idea of how the charagma is going to work. It's going to, not only is it going to be used for you to be able to buy and sell and do transactions, but it's also going to be an identification monitoring device as well. So you talk about ultimate control. Here it is, man. This is just the conditioning, the prelude. This is like the pretext, man. And there's so many different devices that's like this that's being used. And they're gonna act upon you people's fears to keep rolling these things out until you finally wake the hell up, which for a lot of you people is too late because you're given under the strong delusion that you should believe in a lie. That's why they're able to get away with this. But anyway, this is why the scriptures say, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. For it is polluted, it will destroy you with a sword of destruction." We will not be able to rest until Yahushua comes back and establish the kingdom. We have no continuing city. All right, we're in prison. This is Egypt all over again. All right, so anyway, I just want to do a quick response to this little video right here. All right, Washington Public School requires student athletes to wear tracking monitors to trace DVAC. All right, so with that, I'm going to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Until the next lesson, Shalom.